So the New York Times just broke a story wide open that apparently Elon Musk is on drugs. This story came as a shocking revelation to literally no one, except maybe some Amish people who shun fancy things like electricity and haven't seen videos of Elon Musk tripping balls every single time he's in public. The report, which came from people who worked with Elon on the campaign trail, said Elon was carrying around a pill box, which apparently they took a picture of, had like 20 different pills a day he was taking that included like amphetamines and ketamine and ecstasy and psychedelics. Elon apparently bragged, I guess, or admitted to these people too that he was taking so much ketamine he couldn't even piss right anymore, and like, yeah, you know, we couldn't tell. There was just no signs of this whatsoever. I mean, come on, the dude who did this through an entire presidential inauguration got up on stage and did a fucking Nazi salute, and even Nazis don't do Nazi salutes without covering their face. You know, you gotta be pretty fucking high to do a Nazi salute at a presidential inauguration. Although, to be fair, Dork Sidious here is what you would get if you gave a kid in a fedora and a trench coat buying knives at a head shop in a mall a few $1 billion. He's just the edgiest little edgelord, yes he is. But even with that, there is zero way he wasn't high through doing all of that, or, you know, trying to be friends with Donald Trump. No one sober is friends with Donald Trump. I mean, y'all remember Mike Lindell, the MyPillow guy, right? Like, clearly heavy drug use is a prerequisite to be in that inner circle. Probably how the Trump cartel susses out if you're a cop or not. You know, they make you do drugs in front of them. Either that or they just all, you know, really like drugs. Yeah, it's probably more the case. Speaking of the MyPillow guy, it sounds like he is apparently going to be trying to run for governor of Minnesota, which would be hilarious, and I hope he does. The memes would be incredible, and if this does happen, that may just become my entire channel for like a few months, is just Mike Lindell trash talking. And speaking of drug users, Donald Trump, he said he wasn't aware of reports that Musk was using drugs during the 2024 campaign, and this is because I assume that Donald Trump suffers from, you know, also constantly being high, and also dementia. Otherwise, how would you miss it? The motherfucker was playing with forks like a 4-year-old at a formal dinner. I have really bad ADHD and I need to fidget with stuff, and I've never done whatever that is. Now, after all of this, there's some trouble in paradise, and Elon is leaving the White House after his government efficiency agency apparently found out that the waste, fraud, and substance abuse was him. And with his failure in Washington, I guess, I mean, I don't know, he did set out to break the government, and he's done a pretty good job of that. But even with that, it still seems like that administration he bought is viewing him as a failure, and with that and him returning to the private sector, I have a feeling over the next few years, we're going to watch him unravel in epic fashion and crash and burn like he's one of his cars or rockets. Because judging from Tesla sales numbers and stock prices and the altitude his rockets seem to be able to achieve, the only thing he seems to be able to get high anymore is himself. And I think Phony Stark's luck has run out on his ability to steal other people's ideas and call them his own, or finding any more people gullible enough to buy into his schemes or scams. I think I speak for all of us when I say we are all here for this, because, you know, there's nothing better than a fart. Except maybe Cybercucks crashing and burning. Fuck, I could watch Cybercucks crash and burn all day. I don't give a fuck about your Cybercuck. Especially since I heard it on a very good authority that empathy is a weakness. So I'm going to make sure for him, I have none.